Show him that we can win too. Play Jaden when he at full power. Hit him with the mass change. Yeah, I'm the lawyer. Greg is the devour. Heroes, now it's our turn to show you that. Yugi peoples, welcome once again to the commentary. This is my match against Branded Despia with Ra's Disciple. No gimmick puppet for some reason, but yeah, so he's gonna go first. I lost another dice roll. Like, I just don't win dice roll. This is why I played going second at the regional, because I just don't win dice roll. So yeah, he starts off with Branded opening into Branded Fusion into Aliber. And yeah, he's even had the trap to discard. And as you see, there's the Ra's Disciple. I'm like, what in the world is this thing for? So that is going to bring out the Albion. And then he's going to use the Albion's effect, banishing the, well, I guess he's still trying to decide what he's going to banish. And oh yeah, because I chained Imperm to the Albion to try to do it, so he has to chain Super Poly to get the Albion off the board so that Imperm won't negate it. So good choice by him. He's going to Super Poly and bring out, man, I'm sorry for the glare right there, y'all. I want to say that it was it the Predaplant or Masquerade Dragon? I don't know, maybe we'll be able to tell, but yeah, he's going to bring that out. He's going to bring out the Lubellion with the Albion's effect, and then he's going to use those to make the Mirror Jade. Man, that glare is really bad right there. I should have looked at that. I'm sorry, y'all. Then he's going to banish the trap, and that will allow him to add something to hand. And yeah, then Albion's effect at the end of turn to go ahead and set one. And I'm going to go ahead and nib him. It's because he summoned way too many times. And yeah, it's going to get rid of the Mirror Jade and the Masquerade Dragon. And just to go ahead and set up and make sure that we have stuff correct. Oh, well, I took 600 for activating the nib on that. And he's going to activate the Mirror Jade effect. And yeah, fortunately, the Imperm forced him to do like extra summons. So now he's going to get a nib token. He's going to have unfortunately, the nib is going to get nuked at the end of the turn. And then he's going to set the Branded Explosion with Albion effect. And this is the one that will summon the Ra's Disciple to my side of the board and attempt to try to lock me out of things. Like, I don't know, like one of the things about this, like, ain't gonna lie, like running the one fairs, felt kind of weird sometimes, but it did allow for more hand traps. And that's why I was just like, our going second cards, I should say, because like I drew the nib, I got the Imperm, and then I have another going second card, which is going to be the Book of Eclipse. And it's going to be crazy because it's going to help me win this game. So we're going to start off with Fusion Destiny. We're going to send Mally. We're going to send Denier. We're going to have DPE out here. And, unfortunately, the Branded Explosion is a, how do you say, what is that thing called? Is a normal trap card. So, popping it with DPE doesn't do much. He's going to go ahead and bring out the Masquerade Dragon. Because I now control an extra deck monster, I'm going to go to battle phase because I am stronger than him by 400 because of the monsters, the heroes that I have in my graveyard. And that's going to go ahead and force him to go ahead and do the Branded Explosion because I do believe, okay, and then the other trap card, I want to say, was it like Branded Beast or something like that? Because he had to have a Despia monster out on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the DPE, pop that one. It's going to bring out the Albion, and then it's going to summon the Ra's Disciple to my side of the board. And it's going to summon out the, what is this other card? Oh, it summons out Aliber. And then with Aliber's effect, he'll be able to search out Branded Fusion. So now I have this Ra's Disciple that says I cannot special summon monsters, in which, I was about to proceed to plasma him. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to waste another card here, which at the same time, I'm also very fortunate that it wasn't Gimmick Puppet, because I can't really do too much about that. So I'm a Book of Eclipse, the Ra's Disciple. And yeah, we're going to proceed to go into, the rest of my turn here. We're going to banish Mally Boy to special summon Mally Boy. And we're fist to, get out to Plasma. I'm going to summon the Shadow Mist. I have not normal summoned this turn, so that is my normal summon. We are going to link those two off into our Cross Crusader. We're going to use Cross Crusader as Chain Link 2, Shadow Mist as Chain Link 1, so that we can go ahead and search here. And I do believe I just go ahead and search out my Plasma right here, just because I want to go ahead and have that. Yep, there goes the Plasma. Then, of course, Cross Crusader's effect will activate, special summoning out the Denier. Denier effect will put back Mally Boy. Tribute to add, and I do believe I just add like Stratos here. Like there's not really oh no, I'll just add Vion for next turn. Yeah, so we're gonna add Vion for next turn, and then we're going to banish the Mally from grave to special summon Mally. And then we get into an interesting predicament here, because it says the Rise Disciple. I can't use it for tribute summon except for anything except for the, the Winged Dragon of Ra or whatever, even though it's like face down. So they ruled that I cannot tribute it even if it is face down. Like his effect is still, that effect for tributing is still active. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sit with that stupid Rise Disciple on my side of the board. But we're gonna go ahead and tribute the 3 and conclude the Cross Crusader. We're gonna have to take I think I go ahead and decide to absorb the token here, just because like it was pretty big and I didn't want to have to deal with it with my DPE pop. So we wasn't sure if it just falls off or if it's there, or like really it didn't matter, since it had 0 attacking defense. We just put it there just in case. So we didn't feel like calling the judge back over. Then he's going to draw for the Aliber and then draw for turn. But one of the things about this is that I really like, without drawing like a specific card to out the whatchamacallit, to out the Plasma, there's not really too much he can do. Oh, and then he was checking to see if my monsters get flipped face up, so that he could prevent me from special summoning my DPE back during the standby phase. But it only flips your opponent's monsters face up, so the Rise Disciple wouldn't get flipped face up and prevent me from special summoning my DPE back out to the board. So yeah, Book of Eclipse coming in really, really clutch there. And yeah, so he's gonna proceed with Branded Fusion. And there's the Lubellion. He's got Aliber out there on the board, but with the decrease due to DPE, he's not going to be able to do anything to get over this this Plasma here. So he's considering, thinking, trying to figure out what he can do. But Plasma is just like one hell of a card when you don't have the out for it, especially when he teams up with DPE. And it's pretty easy for us to get this combo line now, thanks to Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. So now he's going to Fusion Deployment into Cartesia, because the Plasma is only like skill drain on the board. So he was thinking that if he could use the Cartesia effect to get him off the board, but since it's not like a cost or anything, like he can't just activate Cartesia's effect and get it off the board, because it's negated and it's not a cost to get it off the board. So yeah, it ends up just completely being negated. So he has no out here, and he's just asking how much attack he's losing due to DPE. And I just think he's like in a very unwinnable situation here. He's going to banish the tragedy to add the trap, and he's going to set it. And he's trying to decide if he wants to set the other one, which I guess like if he was going to bluff, he probably should have just set both of them at the same time. But it's like, now I kind of know. I'm gonna pop the Rise Disciple, pop the trap card that he just set with DPE during the end phase, and then draw for turn. Vion, go ahead and send the Shadow Mist effect to go ahead and add my Liquid Soldier, Vion effect to add Poly. And yeah, this is pretty much all she wrote for him, because I know that the other card in his hand is like some spell or trap card, It's not Nib because he tried to set it down to the board. So we're going to go ahead and make our boy Sunrise there. We're going to get that Miracle Fusion. We're going to get the draw 2 and discard 1. And yeah, this is pretty much like very much over. He's going to go ahead and scoop them up, and we are going to go to game 2. So, pretty easy victory there after we got rid of the Rise Disciple. If that had been Gimmick Puppet, that would have been a whole lot worse. But, luckily in our case, it was not. So now going into game 2, of course, we side in them Ghost Bells, to try to prevent the Rise Disciple thing from happening. He's going to start off with Fusion Employment. This card is like really, really good because it puts the Cartesia out there, and it makes it really hard to like Imperm and Veiler them, because when you do it, they can chain the Cartesia effect to Fusion Summon and get that monster off the board. So makes it kind of rough. And then he's got the Allure also. I also salted in Lancias. As you can see, I did not draw them, otherwise I would have used them. He kept Kaijus inside of his deck, which was like pretty interesting considering that he chose to go first. But yeah, so there goes the Branded Loss. The other like really broken thing, this is like he opened up like really, really good. So it's gonna keep me from chaining things to his fusion monsters and different things. And yeah, it's just like as if Cartesia wasn't enough. And there goes the Branded Fusion. No Ash for that. And yep, there goes the Rise Disciple and the Fallen of Albaz. And yeah, so as you can see, he's got the combo thing. He's got like everything he could ever want. He's going to grab the Tri-Brigade monster thing with Branded Loss effect, and then using the Albion, he's going to banish the Rise Disciple, banish the Kaiju to bring out Lubellion. Lubellion, discard Ash would be his biggest mistake. Now, to go ahead and bring out the Mirror Jade there. So Cartesia and Albion together, which is really, really good. And he's going to use those to bring out that big old Gatling Dragon thing. Use that effect. It allows him to send like a, like a level 6 or higher monster or trap, spell or trap. He's going to send the trap card that will, I guess it was the wrong trap card. Okay, he's going to send the Albion Dragon. Oh, okay. So you send the Albion Dragon, then the Albion Dragon effect allows him to send the trap card. And yeah, so he's going to do that and then banish the trap, right? Cartesia effect in phase, Albion effect in phase. And he's going to set the Branded Explosion. And yeah, so we got the Mirror Jade, the Gatling Dragon, I always call it, Branded Explosion. He's going to activate Branded Explosion. I am going to Ghost Bell it. He has the Tri-Brigade monster, which can negate any crazy monster effect, which I thought was weird. But we got the Call by the Grave like a true hero player. Protagonist powers activated. And we're going to Call by Grave the monster to keep the Ghost Bell from going by. So now our last challenge is to get past the Mirror Jade and be able to win this game. But my hand was like pretty crazy trying to decide how to do it here. I'm going to summon Stratos, activate his effect, because I want the other card that I have in my hand is Dark Hole, but I'm trying not to use it for some reason. Because I didn't know if I would be able to kill him this turn, and I didn't want the Mirror Jade stuff to blow up my board. So we're gonna go ahead and add the Shadow Mist. We're gonna go Vion, and we're gonna add what did I add? Did I add Plasma off of the Shadow Mist effect? And then we're going to go ahead and tribute the Stratos for increase effect. Special summon the increase. He's going to activate the Gatling Dragon thing effect, which is going to allow him to at least special summon a monster from his extra deck. And yeah, this is one of the reasons why we wanted to save the Dark Hole, is because he still has that thing. So he brings out this big old thing that does nothing. I don't believe, like when I looked at it, I was like, wait, this is not as scary as I thought it was going to be. So yeah, increase effect to go ahead and special summon out our Vion. And we're going to go ahead and send our Mally here. That way we can make sure that we have enough monsters on board in order to be able to get our plasma out there. So he's going to Mirror Jade effect, send the Albion to go ahead and banish the Vion before he can add polymerization. And I'm just checking on that thing, seeing like what it does, how in the world that thing works, trying to decide if this is like how I want to go ahead and do my plasma play. And because I also still have, like I said, I have Dark Hole in hand, and we're going to go ahead and activate triple challenge thrust. I am going to grab my Fusion Destiny, or like I'm thinking if I want to grab Fusion Destiny. It's kind of rough because I have the I already used the Mally and I grabbed the plasma, but we'll find a way to make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and Fusion Destiny here. We're gonna send the other unfortunately we're gonna send the other Mally and the Denier because I sided out the Honest Neos. So yeah, but it's all good. We're gonna bring those out. We're going to tribute both of those guys in order to bring out the Cross Crusader. We're going to use Cross Crusader effect to special summon Denier, and we're going to put one of the Mallies in the graveyard back on top of the deck because he can do that. It doesn't necessarily have to be banished. It can also be from your graveyard or deck to the top of your deck also. So we're going to put those, then we're just going to banish. We're actually not going to use Cross Crusader's effective tribute because the card that I already have, I want in hand, I already normal summoned with Stratos, and I already use Ferris effect. So there's not really too much else I want to add to hand. I can't Vion again. So we have DPE and Plasma out here once again, and yeah, just like there was just no reason to tribute and having to waste my Denier's effect, to bring him back out to have enough monsters to tribute when there's nothing else inside of my deck to add to my hand. So yeah, we're gonna attack over that. We're going to attack over the Aliber, and he has nothing left. We are going to proceed, I believe, to end phase. In end phase, I'm going to activate DPE's effect, pop the Branded Loss, and with Albion's effect, he's going to be able to set the trap card. So this will end up being a mistake on my behalf. I didn't realize that that Albion had went to the graveyard this turn. Yeah, because he had sent it with Mirror Jade. So play mistake there is going to allow him to set that card, which I could have popped with DPE. Yeah, just my mistake there. So he's going to draw for turn, standby phase. DPE is going to come back. But fortunately, having that plasma out on the board, it says that he has to have an out for it in order to be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! He's going to normal summon the Tragedy because I think in order to activate the trap card, he has to have or he has to tribute one of these things or something like that. So when he goes to flip up the trap card, I am going to just allow it to happen. He's going to special summon out this big monster again that does nothing because of plasma. And yeah, it's just crazy because the plasma is gaining the 1500 from the Mirror Jade he has equipped to it. And I think he's trying to, what is it? Oh no, that trap card allowed him to fusion with my stuff on my board also. So he was trying to decide if he wanted to use plasma or DPE or how he wanted to do it. Yeah, but I think it has to be a Despia monster or something like that. So he's going to use Tragedy and Plasma to bring out this thing. But DPE, still crazy good, decreasing their attack by way too much. So he cannot get over it, cannot attack over it or anything. And yeah, just like DPE is going to be able to finish this off. Like, big play mistake I made there at the end, Fortunately enough for me, he didn't have like enough, extra gas in order to keep on going. So in the end phase, I am going to go ahead and activate DPE's effect. It does not target, and he's just confirming that it was the end phase. Go ahead and pop that little guy, and it's going to allow him to special from deck, which is fine because there's really much. He's going to add the Branded in red. I think we were like getting pretty close to time here, And I thought he was gonna go ahead and do that to you, bring out the Masquerade Dragon, but you know, just like his end phase stuff just ended up like in his turn, just like in general, ended up like taking up a lot of time. He's going to use those two to go ahead and bring out the Masquerade Dragon. And we check life points, and yeah, it was already game like that. Him trying to figure out how to get over plasma and stuff just like ended up taking a lot of time, and he just wasn't able to figure it out in time. So we're gonna get the 2-0 there against Branded Despia Rise Disciple Summon. And yeah, it was just crazy that we had the Ghost Bell for the Branded Explosion. Then we had the call by for the Tri-Brigade monster that tried to negate our Ghost Bell, and we were able to, you know, clear his board, play through everything, and Triple Talent Thrust coming in clutch there to search the Fusion Destiny and make things happen. So appreciate everybody for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next visual. Messing with the Mask Hero, king of games. Mask off, now you see that a hero lives. I pay half and you ask, but I'm winning games. There ain't another hero that surpasses me.